We probably should have discussed how we wanted to intro.
Well, I mean, it's your thing. I'm
You're just
here so I don't
along
get
for the
fined.
ride.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Well, welcome, Michael, to this show
thanks.
that you and I are creating together live right now on Twitch.
Is it live if no one's here? I don't know.
Listen, it's my thing says there are two people, and I think one of them might be you, but that's okay.
Oh, it looks like Rudy's here.
Oh, nice. Hey, Rudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the basic idea here is that we try to find things that maybe the other person hasn't seen over the week, and we just talk about it in ways that are less than fully professional, and we probably don't know what we're talking about most of the time. So we are certified as having unqualified opinions.
We know that because of the official seal that you
Yeah,
put in
yeah, the official seal. Spent a lot of time on that thing. Let me tell you, very hard. All right, so basically, I think we just go back and forth here. So I'm gonna start with one of my things here that I found. So I don't know if you've seen this, Michael. This is a by 2026.
I did see this.
Boom Supersonic aims to fly anywhere in the world in 4 hours for $100. That sounds awesome to me.
How does that work? Like, I didn't read the article. I just saw the beginning.
So they're going to get to Mach 2.2 is the goal.
That's pretty fast, right? Mach 3 is speed of sound. Is that right? Or Mach 1 is speed of sound.
I think Mach 1 is speed of sound. 2.2 they said is about twice as fast as the average jetliner right now. I like these planes that they've fake put in the sky here. I think they look awesome. So
we used to have supersonic flights.
Yeah. Also, look at this legroom, right?
Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. Because we had supersonic flights and they couldn't keep going because it wasn't cost effective.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna send more people for less money.
Yes. Now it's more cost effective. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Because science.
Yeah. So this is the Scholl, who Blake Scholl, CEO, said either we fail or we change the world, which I think is just a fantastic quote.
Is that their slogan?
I think that's the go-to. Either we fail or we change the world. There hasn't been any major speed up in travel time since the jet age of the 50s and 60s. And his team hopes to change that. The barrier of time is what keeps us apart. We believe it's deeply important to break the time barrier, which sounds like they're going to make it faster than light. More so than the sound barrier. Designed to see between...
Wait.
Go ahead, yeah.
What is the time? Are we going back in time with this?
Listen. These planes are going to go faster than light. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, that would be time travel, but what is the time barrier?
It's what keeps us apart. Literally.
Okay, name two people that distance keep you from seeing them.
Me?
Yeah, just two, real quick.
What are you saying? Like we can have video calls? Is that what you're trying to get at here?
Well, no. You're gonna go hang out with them in person, but time is the issue.
Oh,
or travel time.
Travel time's always the issue, is
maybe Drew. Is Drew one?
Sure.
Okay, name another. 4 hours. They're not there.
Peter,
your brother. Oh, Peter would be.
Yeah.
Can you make it there in 4 hours?
If Boom comes through.
But how far away is that, and how fast is that? Mach.
So they had a thing here. So they're saying a flight from New York to London would take 3 hours and 50. That's their claim here.
Well, but that's all baloney then, because you don't just get to show up and then you're there. Like you have to spend 19 hours waiting, and on those flights, like they're gonna check for more things than normal. Like, I think before, like, weight was a really big deal. Like,
well, apparently
pay more.
I didn't actually pull this up, but this is a nice tie-in. There was another article this week that talked about weight in flights in general, and how apparently Americans got real fat during the pandemic, and so now
I did. I mean, I started.
Airline companies are concerned with weight ratios and the balance of planes. So
your 2 free bags is now 1 free bag.
yeah,
On Southwest.
yeah, it's but listen, like Los Angeles to Sydney in 8.5 hours. That's like half the amount of time it takes right now. That sounds great. And breaking the time barrier could be life changing. Changes where we can vacation, changes where we can do business, changes changes who you can fall in love with, Michael, or you can be close to.
The time barrier, this is their marketing line, because it doesn't even make any sense.
Listen, we want the Supersonic flight to be a great experience, but available to lots of people. Listen, I'm all for $100 Supersonic flights. Sign me up. For sure.
Who isn't? I'm also for free everything.
I think they said in here that they want their first flight to be by 2026.
You know, it's weird that you could buy like 18 flights for the price of one 3070.
Yeah, apparently there's been 2 supersonic jets operated commercially from 1969 to 2003.
Yeah.
And it was ludicrously expensive and an environmental disaster. Sounds great. Let's do it. Let's take another run at it.
I saw that they were planning on being 100% carbon neutral.
That sounds like a good plan.
How does that work? They don't say how. They're just like, we're gonna do it.
Listen, it's a plane that runs off of joy and the feeling you get in your heart when you know you're alive.
You just put daisies in the gas tank and it flies.
Yeah. So it'll run on sunflower oil. That's what it'll.
But how that could make a lot of people sick. How do they make it cheaper than a standard flight? Like, why can't we just fly everybody for $100?
I agree. That's where
carbon neutral free.
I think the airline prices. That's the only reason I'm really excited about it, not for any of the supersonicness. Just if it's cheaper than a normal airline, I'm there for it.
Have you ever looked at Big Bus? I think it's called Big Bus.
No, I haven't.
You can get on a bus to basically anywhere for $5.
That sounds cool.
That's probably not at all what it is, but that's what I think it's been described to me as.
It sounds like a good idea. So, yeah, boom, supersonic flight. It's coming.
I love it.
Probably not to an airport anywhere near most of us. Seems like they're going to be like Uber metro areas.
Yeah, that would make sense. So it looks like you can go, this is Big Bus Tour, but you can go all the way down to Miami for $40.
$40?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. I think it takes 19 days and you sit next to 500 people. But...
19 days. You could walk there in 19 days. You couldn't walk to Miami in 19.
I mean, depends on who you are. Who's that
walk?
Guy that ran
You'd have to run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could go on your feet, perhaps, because there's people that run 100 miles a day.
Yeah, that guy that run 40 marathons in 40 days.
David Goggins, is that the guy?
I don't know. Sounds like it.
David Goggins runs a lot.
Didn't he? The guy that came through Veneta where?
Oh, that's a different guy. Yeah.
Where he ran to New York from.
Yeah, I don't remember what that guy's name was, but he was cool.
Utah or something. I don't know.
He did run across the states.
Yeah, and then he got picked up by the police at Eastern State Hospital.
Didn't he get real sick at one point? I feel like he got.
Sounds like something.
Sounds like something that might have.
Doing that.
Yeah, your body might reject that experience. Mine would for sure. All right. So should I just start here with your first one?
Sure. I wasn't sure what we were going for, but mine are a little bit more serious than your boom flights.
Oh no. Well, we'll deal. We'll deal with serious if we have to.
Not all of them.
All right. So what am I looking at here, Michael?
I don't know. So I have I've had this problem with light forever.
Yeah.
Right?
That it's not real.
The speed of light itself is real.
No, light is not real.
But now, when you run light through plasma, for some reason, it's 30% faster than it was before.
Yeah, that checks out.
Because that makes physical sense that light is faster than the fastest thing that it could be, because particles can only travel so fast.
Right.
So
remind me, because in my head there was this thing like 8 years ago or something where light teleported.
So light, well, when they were doing a lot of the Higgs boson stuff, we were measuring speed of light while we were crashing atoms together.
Yes.
But we didn't see it move as, faster than light.
Right.
But we measured it as being faster than light.
It just suddenly was somewhere where it shouldn't have been.
It was somewhere else, and we don't know why or how.
Yeah.
This, we're able to physically observe it in hot plasma being faster.
Hot plasma. By the way, hot plasma is a great like third tier band, like alt punk band.
So anyway, the whole point of these articles, and it's all dealing with lasers and amplifying it with plasma, but why do we have physics anymore? Like, why are we teaching?
Why do we have physics?
Why are we teaching anything to kids? Because, like, nothing makes sense.
I agree.
Everything that we test,
I think we should stop teaching children.
That was wrong. that was that worked when we thought of things as complete and we understand these rules, and now as we experiment with them, nothing makes sense. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
My favorite line in the article, though, was it starts with, "This time researchers from Livermore, California, and Rochester, New York, have managed inside hot swarms of charged particles, fine-tuning the speed of light waves within plasma to anywhere from around 1/10 of light's usual vacuum speed to more than 30% faster. This is both more and less impressive than it sounds."
More and less impressive. Excellent.
So we can basically stop light, like almost make it stagnant and not move, or speed it up. And apparently we do that with magnets.
Hey, I just to clarify, this says that the superliminal travel is well within the laws of physics.
No, it says that, and then read its explanation.
Listen, a photon's speed, Michael, is locked in place by the weave of electrical and magnetic fields referred to as electromagnetism. There's no getting around that. The pulses of photons within narrow frequencies also jostle in waves that create regular waves. Rhythmic rise and fall. How much of this do I need to read?
You don't need to read any of it, because it's just jargon on why it makes sense, and it doesn't.
Ooh, by stripping electrons away from a stream of hydrogen and helium ions with a laser. This sounds cool. Researchers were able to change the group velocity of light pulses sent through them by a second light source, putting the brakes on or streamlining them by adjusting the gas's ratio, forcing the pulse's features to change shape. We're cutting electrons with lasers now?
The lasers are the electrons, but they're cut by other lasers, which makes no sense. And so there's another line in here that says lasers would be the big winners here. And that,
yes, that is a good line.
What does that even mean?
The big winners are the lasers, everybody.
Because what I understand it saying is, when we're using magnets, the laws of physics change.
Uh-huh.
So the reason the speed of light is the speed of light is because that's the maximum speed that particles can move without breaking apart.
I agree.
So when we use magnets to pressurize them and to keep them together, it can go faster. But again, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that also doesn't translate directly to traveling speed. I think what they're trying to get at Because they're saying like,
Correct.
yeah, we could push light faster than light, but that doesn't mean we can push an object faster than, or even at the speed of light.
But yes, no, because I think most things break down before the speed of light, which is why we can't do it.
Imagine the apparatus though. Like, let's just picture like a cylinder-shaped vessel that's we're trying to travel faster than the speed of light, and it's just like surrounded by this rigging of magnets and lasers. And it's just like a disco show flying through the sky.
Well, and so what it made me think of though is like going through a black hole. You're just in this device that just increases the amount of magnetism.
Yeah, it's just pressurizing.
Get closer.
Sure. Yeah.
So it just pressurizes more and more, which would squish you somewhere else. But as you're doing this, it would suck you through. But again, it's not going to happen because none of it makes sense. And I think we're just grasping at straws. And the more things get weird, we're just like, yeah, that makes sense because do this.
Because science.
Yeah. Not that I mean, I legitimately think that it makes sense. But when you compare it to the idea that this is literally as fast as anything could go, except for magnets.
Except we added some magnets and lasers. And...
It sounds like it's a cartoon answer.
Yeah, it's
like any of those kid inventors on cartoons are like, I just did the Jimmy Neutron or whatever.
Or it's some guy
reverse the polarity.
Yeah. It's some guy like in a dorm room, maybe had a little bit of the devil's lettuce and is watching Doctor Who, and he's like, dude, what if we use magnets and lasers and we could move fast?
We can move faster than is physically possible.
They've got like a strobe light going, and he's like, no, the magnets, man.
Yeah. I
like it.
So I think it's basically the beginning of study, not a completion of study here, but anyway, all you need is some really hot magma, which we're going to have a lot of when the power plants come online. And then
I was thinking when the volcanoes all go off, a lot of hot magma.
That's magma, but not plasma. I think I said magma.
You probably did mean plasma though. That's fair. Yeah.
Anyway.
Magma plasma though.
Dude. It's another band.
These are high quality band names. We only require a 30% stake in band.
Well, I just was figuring like a $1 donation would be fine. Let's not set ourselves too high.
No. 30%.
Okay, 30.
All right, Michael, you've heard of this Highlander reboot that they want to do?
Lightly.
Well, Michael, I am here to tell you that Chad Stahelski, the director of John Wick, is saying that Henry Cavill might be our Highlander, and I'm here for it.
Here for it?
Yeah.
Now, have you watched Highlander?
I have watched OG Highlander.
What about the shows?
I think I watched like 2 episodes of the show and said
that's about all anyone can.
This is not great.
Well, you watched the movie and didn't think this is not great.
Listen, I wanted the second movie.
So I think the world is interesting.
I agree.
It actually was a little bit weird because I watched the one with
Jet Li,
and then I watched Highlander, and I was like, oh, they just
hey, yeah, look at this. Here's the narrative. Yeah,
which is kind of like when we watched THX, and like every movie just stole everything from it. But I think it's interesting. So he's playing video games all the time now. We watched his big muscles build a computer last year.
Yes, that's true.
How does he have time to do everything he's doing? Because isn't he currently doing The Witcher?
Well, you've heard of
filming The Witcher.
You've heard of CGI, right?
Yeah, they're just gonna instead of Justice League, just the whole thing.
Yeah.
Actors are just gonna show up in a uniform and get scanned, and then.
Well, we were talking about Army of the Dead the other day because I just watched it, and I mean, Tig Notaro wasn't on set at all. Like that's all replacement. So
he just has a studio in his basement that he's hooked up.
Yeah,
dude
just
got a 3070. He didn't go for the 3090. He's got $11 billion, and he's like, I need a budget game.
Just a 3070. Yeah, I think I think they could just they get him on a blue screen somewhere. Then they can just they can do whatever they want. No, I actually was more interested in the fact that it's Chad Stahelski.
Yeah. Oh no, I will watch it, especially since I think the world is interesting.
Yeah.
The execution. So what we're gonna have is probably just more Mortal Kombat with this is what if it's not done well, because the world of Mortal Kombat is much more interesting than any film has made it look.
This is gonna come out a little dark, but do you think they are gonna bring back Connery?
No, he doesn't act anymore.
Well, that's fair. I was just thinking about what they did with Jeff Bridges in Thrawn remake. If they try to do that with Connery, because they haven't. Henry Cavill's the only one, and they haven't told like which role he's playing. He main 2K.
Connery did Finding Forrester, and it turned out like that was what he actually wanted to do, was just be up in a room with nobody talking.
Funny. All right. Well, that one was brief.
No, it's fine. I would be interested. I'd watch.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. All right, so
okay, this one, this is a trend, and maybe other people have noticed. This is a trend that I've been seeing, where people are making content by making really crappy acting videos, and trying to make it look like it's real, and it's 100% not. And I just don't get it. I don't think there's any audio to this. I don't know.
Let me see. All right,
started from the beginning.
Start
So
from the top.
There's a.
Oh, there is audio, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's very loud.
I don't think it's needed.
This customer does the secret knock.
Yeah.
Reaches under the desk for something.
Notice his knock. He did like a little gun and pointed, and then so apparently there's a huge bag of drugs.
Yeah, it's just like right under his seat too.
Yeah,
it's so like not even that far out of shot.
He folds it in there, and at first you watch 8 seconds of this, and you're like, okay, maybe it's real. But then you see all the other actors, and there's real bad. Now in all of these videos, there tends to be a scantily clad woman, and she enters the picture now.
Listen, you got to keep the customers interested.
Is that a thing that people do in Vegas or somewhere at a casino? Just
never been.
Wear swimsuits to gamble. And also notice the money. It's just like folded up on a table. He's not taking it out of a drawer or anything. And then now you have this person cut in line, and you notice, oh, now there's a police officer, but you can't really see it on yours. It's cutting it off a little bit, but he's like, oh, look, I see that there's drug deals going on. Look, she taps different.
Well, they've all
not the same tap.
They've all tapped different because the attractive
lady didn't tap.
Well, the attractive chick, she did like a double hand.
Drugs.
Did she
get drugs?
She didn't get drugs?
No, you can go.
I was distracted.
Yeah. No, she just was there for the money. She didn't know about the knock or the drugs.
I'm gonna turn off this music.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know if it's on there.
Watch this. So she claps twice, and then she goes and she taps. Where is he pulling that money from?
I don't know, but see, she's unaware that this man is dangerous. She doesn't know about the drugs.
Oh, he is a dangerous fella. You gotta watch out for those.
The police are. That's how he counts it out. Also, this is real. How stupid does he have to be to not know that there's a camera behind the desk recording him sell drugs?
He's constantly looking over his left shoulder, but he's not looking at the camera.
The police got him now.
Wait, did he just pull out his phone to show him his badge?
I think it's a walkie-talkie. Oh, he's
doing the secret knock.
Yeah, he's got the knock. Sell me the drugs. The dealer realizes he's safe.
What?
He's getting more drugs and selling them to the popos.
What? I'm so confused.
No, this is a real video, Josh.
I mean, it is a real video. That is correct.
It is. This
It's
is
not a.
actual.
It's not a
camera.
candid. It is not
This is
candid video.
Actual. Okay, so here's the thing. Totally fake, stupid.
Yeah.
No point to it.
Agreed.
But it has, I don't know if you can see on there, like 11 billion views.
Yeah, I don't know if it tells me views, but it's got thousands of comments. Yeah, there's views. Yeah, it's like 135 million.
Yeah. So that guy.
That's a lot of views.
Well, yeah, let's 135 million.
What kind of money is
how
that?
long is it? How long is it?
2-3 minutes.
Okay, so probably so somewhere in the neighborhood of like, I don't know, $300,000.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes.
Yeah. So why? Like, number one, why are people so interested to watch this? Number two, how does everyone not already know this is stupid and not real? And then number three, why aren't we doing this?
Well, I think that's the real question.
I can make fake videos way better than that.
I think it hits that what's it called? What am I trying to say? Like the reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
It lands in that realm of like reality TV. Like everybody knows that reality TV is not real, but they like the drama. They like the flavor of it.
Is it what? Okay, I can see that. But like there's like whole influencers that everything they do, like, oh, I'm gonna prank my husband, and it's not a prank. Like everyone knows what's going on. I'm gonna build myself into this couch, and no one's gonna know till they sit on me. And it's like everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
In the video and when you're watching it, but people still believe it. So, is this why there is bad movies because they just literally most people just literally don't know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's entertainment. This is reality TV. Yeah.
No, reality TV.
Just give it to me. Put the entertainment in my eyeballs.
Yeah, but there's so much better content out there.
I agree.
We've had this revelation with our kids because we're showing them, shows that are like legitimate, and they're starting to not watch as much as their YouTube crapola. Because most of what they would watch on YouTube is just like, I literally just play Minecraft for 8 hours a day and then edit videos out of it and then go on vacation for 3 weeks.
Yeah, that sounds like a great life to me. By the way, if we could get on that,
we could totally get on that. But I think number one, it helps when you're more attractive than us. That helps.
Fair.
So we're gonna have to start a steady like diet and workout program.
I play Apex twice a week, and I do push-ups while I play.
Monday and Thursday nights.
Does that count?
No. We're gonna have to like.
We did like 300 push-ups though, Michael.
That's great. How big are your muscles? Are they Tim Tebow big right now?
They're not Tim Tebow big. We should have. Yeah, that should have been. Just that photo should have been. Just right here on the stream the whole time.
Vascular Tim Tebow is
he's yeah. What do you think? How many supplements?
Oh no, it's just reading the Bible and 7 push-ups.
He got those from lifting the Bible every day.
Yeah.
He has one of those old King James Bibles, just like the huge.
Got wood cover.
His has the Constitution, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the Bill of Rights inside of it.
It's the new Zondervan one. But yeah, of course. He builds his muscles by lifting up orphans and carrying them around. And like you'll be safe with me.
That one got me. Oh, I was not ready. All right. Enough bagging on Tim Tebow. I hope he makes it. By the way, I hope.
Did you see? There's a line. 2.5 touchdowns is the betting line this season. You over or under on that?
Oh, I don't. 2.5 touchdowns. I think I got to take the over.
Oh, I don't think he makes the team. I'm way under.
Oh.
I don't know if preseason counts. Also, yeah, I don't know.
All right, Michael. I doubt that you saw this. So, someone made a site that uses biometric data of your face to determine what your D&D class and such should be.
Hold on. I have a sneaky suspicion. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I am very confident.
This
Go
is
ahead.
Russia.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. I can tell you.
I wasn't planning on actually clicking it.
Let me see if I can figure out.
Look, it claims to be University of Melbourne research project that explores the intersection of facial recognition technology and the Dungeons and Dragons gaming experience. As part of the research, an application was created that uses a photo of a face to create personalized attributes for a game character. Curious to find out what your character looks like? If you're over 18, we'll keep a copy of your photo and the generated character information. These will be kept private. We will never share your photo and or survey results. Anyway, biometric D&D. It sounds kind of fun.
So there, it's bounced out of Australia. It's a GoDaddy account. So.
Well, Melbourne is Australia, so
Yeah.
it could.
This is in Victoria.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's probably like
I'm not familiar with Australian
it's
states.
on the northern, eastern, western side.
The northeast west. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's south of the most northwest east
Of the equator.
Yeah.
South of the equator.
It's definitely south of the equator. Anyway, I thought that was fun, and I absolutely, as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, this is somebody just trolling for photos and like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Trying to get people's information.
I still have people post on Facebook, like old friends and stuff. Like, I'm this character from this.
Yeah, those like
and
little
even after
quizzes.
it came out that it's like, this is definitely people just gathering information on you when you.
They are taking all of your info.
Yeah, you just gave it for free.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I sell mine for stocks.
Easily. Yeah. Or discounts on gas.
Get something back. I don't need to know that I'm, Hermione or whatever in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I don't. Who cares what character you are from? You already know what character you want to be. You don't actually need a quiz to tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, should we do some sponsored segments here?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead for the. Let's do the top. Top one.
You want the top one first? All right.
Yeah.
So, did you see this is definitely not sponsored by I need access.
Oh, I thought. Hold on. You should be good now.
Yeah, I'm good. All right. All right. So, did you see this? Definitely not sponsored by Mr. Thrifty TTV. Have you ever thought to yourself, I really wish I could watch a garage door repairman play video games right now? Well, I know I have. Do you find vulgarity of some live streamers just too much a lot of the time? Well, then it's time to check out Mr. Thrifty at twitch.tv/Mr. Thrifty. Lately, playing games like Warzone, Biomutant, and Rocket League, Mr. Thrifty brings his competitive nature and his average Joe skills, and you will find endless enjoyment out of him frustrating himself. That's a heck of a sentence you threw at me. Mr. Thrifty curates his chart to be a max of, or his curates his chat. Sorry, that's me misreading things. Mr. Thrifty curates his chat to be a max of PG. So please don't bring your politics or your religion around here. Cursing has been known to get you a timeout, and making fun of others will for sure do the same. If this sounds like the place for you, make sure you check out his Twitter, where you can find his schedule as well as his attempts to win Lamborghinis and cash. You can also find a link to his Discord on his Twitch page. Check out Mr. Thrifty. We love Mr. Thrifty around here. Long time fans of Thrifty, and he comes around the channel a lot. So thank you, Mr. Thrifty, for not sponsoring this episode of Did You See This? Should I read this other one as well?
No, we'll bring that one in.
Okay. Like we'll do
Yeah.
an end read. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so with number 3 here on yours.
Yeah.
All right, let me copy this.
We have somewhat already talked about this, but this is a specific example.
Okay.
Of
I like specificity.
Oops, I just broke it.
All right. So this says the contract for Wiz Khalifa streams unveils how streamers profit from charity work. A contract for Wiz Khalifa streams unveils how streamers profit from charity work. Why is that their byline? That's a
I don't know.
Put that together better. Who is this? Dot Esports? Get your act together. Yeah. Document revealed during a now settled court battle between Soft Giving and the Pittsburgh Knights shines a light on streamer compensation.
Okay, so fill me in a little bit. The Pittsburgh Knights they're just big streamers that are all together, like XQC and some other people?
I'm not actually totally sure. They might be like they're obviously an org, but they might actually have like esports teams. I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm not familiar with the Pittsburgh Knights.
The TLDR
good. I like those.
Is they paid them $400,000 with anticipation, or that they had to give their best efforts to raise $810,000.
They're a Rocket League team. That's their big.
Okay. So these streamers were like, "Oh, we're doing this charity work."
Oh, and Apex Legends. Yeah, they're an org. They have lots of teams.
So, yeah, they were supposed to over I think like 18 months raise $810,000, and they were getting paid $400,000 to do it.
Block of text here. Centered around a contract the two signed last summer that would see Soft Giving pay the Knights $400,000 over the course of 3.5 months if certain criteria were met. In return, the Knights said it'd just type it would be an adult. The Knights said it would use its best efforts to raise $810,000 over 3 charity events run by Soft Giving in the 18 months after the contract.
Okay, now skip down a paragraph there. Not that.
The July one.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so in a July 2020 9-hour live stream featuring rapper Wiz Khalifa, an investor in the Knights, and famous live streamer Felix XQC I didn't even know that was his last name, and Austin Show, the Knights raised just shy of $61,000. Oh no! A significant amount below the $270,000 it aimed for in the contract. Proceeds from that event were meant to be given to Rise Above the Disorder, a mental health charity focused on providing help to gamers.
So this is what's in my business sense. This is what's happening. They're being contracted to ask for money.
Yeah,
and their contract doesn't say they have to reach a certain amount. Now it does look like it all fell apart because they were so low.
Yeah,
but these companies are just the charities are gambling that they can make more money by buying these people as sponsors.
Yeah, I agree.
And that feels like really shady business all the way around.
Definitely. I think you'd be better off asking XQC, Austin Show, and Wiz Khalifa to donate $100,000 each. Because they all have it.
Or even match. Like,
yeah.
Like if other people donate, then they're matching whatever. Yeah, they definitely have it because some of them spend like $300 per spin while they're playing slots.
Yeah, for real.
And so what I don't get is, why is it considered? What makes it charity in any corporation? Is it the end result? Is it how they raise money? Is it all of the above? Because even churches, they're like, oh, the churches I've been a part of have been guilty of it all the time, where it's like, oh, help us put pencils in the kids' hands in Sunday school.
Yeah.
And that's just a ploy because, like what, $30 a year goes to, stuff for Sunday school and whatever, for curriculum and all that. And most of the money goes to like building new parking lots or nicer carpet or whatever. So
Look, a charity is when you get famous people who are pretty rich in comparison to the average human being, and you get them to show up somewhere and ask people who have way less money and financial stability to give some of their lessness because this famous person asked them to. That's charity.
Yeah, and you pay that person to do it
in the modern world. Like, it's not all charities. Hashtag not all charities. There's people doing great work out there. I think Dr. Lupo is a good example. But even that, there's still an element of, what the Pittsburgh Knights didn't do that Lupo and some of these other people have figured out. Pestily is a good example too. If you want, first of all, you have to be genuine, a decent human being. So the Pittsburgh Knights,
I think you just said that XQC is not a decent human being.
Genuine and a decent human being.
Okay.
So it's two parts. XQC is for sure not genuine in the way that he streams. He's not, and that's not wrong. Like, that's fine. Yeah. Do your thing, man. But also giveaways. Giveaways are huge for those. Like, the charities that seem to do really well all have this, like, donate $10 and get entered to get a 3080. And things like that. So,
well, even
for whatever reason,
like you said, Pestily and Lupo also, like, if you donate to their channel, it doesn't go to them anymore.
Yeah.
And they're definitely not being paid to do that.
So, yeah, in the modern world, you can't just rely on, the goodness of people's hearts. But also, again, like, if you look at those, the numbers, like, normally Pestily and Lupo are at least top 5, if not number 1 donator to the charity that they're raising money for. They're leading by example in those. And I have, it seems unlikely that Wiz Khalifa, Austin Show, and XQC led by example when the Pittsburgh Knights only raised $61,000.
Well,
and only is the wrong way to phrase that. $61,000 is great, except you were getting paid $400,000.
That was my thought. Is it would be hard to actually end up being donating. It would be like a pass through, because that means the organization would have to give over $400,000 to actually be donating money.
Yeah,
anything less than that, they're just taking out of their profits, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
So it was interesting. I knew that streamers and different people were getting paid. I didn't know that they were just basically trying to double, like, was their goal. Just a little bit over double their money was their goal.
Yeah.
And that was kind of crazy, but maybe it's effective.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that would be interesting too. Would be how many subs and, like, tips came through. Those and bits and stuff like that. All right. So Michael, you're familiar with this fella called Jeff Bezos?
No, who's he?
The second richest, most richest. It's hard to tell anymore. Man in the world.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Little fella, new startup of his called Blue Origin, I believe. He's attempting to go to space.
Yeah.
Did you see that Blue Origin lost out on a contract because SpaceX won the contract? Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
So there was a $10 billion NASA contract for some kind of space lander situation. I didn't actually read on that. And Blue Origin and SpaceX, and there's a third one. I forget what the third
company is. By the way, SpaceX is a way sexier name.
It is.
I just want to put that out there.
Than Blue Origin, for sure. So these three companies were competing, and apparently Blue Origin and this other company had already won contracts recently, and SpaceX came in even maybe with a better bid. I don't understand, because it's a $10 billion deal, so I don't know how you underbid $10 billion.
Maybe you give them more. Like, for $10 billion, I'll do this, versus for $10 billion.
Sure. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. You're guaranteeing more success or product. Sure. Yeah.
You get 4 extra flights.
So Bezos was maybe a little bit offended that SpaceX got the NASA contract, and so this is all part of the Endless Frontier Act, by the way. And Senator Maria Cantwell, who apparently likes Blue Origin. Blue Origin is a company that's headquartered in Cantwell State, home state of Washington. She put a bill forward, and honestly, this is from like 3 days ago, so who knows what's happened since. I haven't actually kept up with the story, but she pushed a bill that would add an extra $10 billion to NASA to do another contract for Blue Origin for the same thing that the first $10 billion contract was.
Oh, so that's just like 10 billion of like the most porky pork there's ever been.
Yeah, and I loved Bernie Sanders said this: "It does not make a lot of sense to me that we would provide billions of dollars to a company owned by the wealthiest guy in America." And I was like, "Oh, that's great, Bernie. Nice dig." So yeah, I just thought that was interesting that Bezos, didn't win this contract, but it's not like he hasn't won other contracts. Like Blue Origin just had another contract that they had won, and so yeah, this is interesting Intercept article, but I thought it was
that's kind of sad.
I thought it was kind of telling that there were a couple things in there, but yeah, just the fact that it's Blue Origin is her home state. So in some ways that makes sense for her to be like, oh, I want this company in my home state to get this contract because that creates jobs and does all the things that government representatives claim to care about. But it felt just so shady. So anyways,
yeah. I don't know at the point where you're in the billions if you're actually creating more jobs. Like you might be creating higher paying, but I'm sure you're not going to bring a bunch of people from all other states. You know, how many qualified people are there that are literal, rocket engineers? And
yeah, that's true. That's fair.
And
well, there's that guy that built a rocket in his backyard.
That's sure. Maybe he could get a job, but so I feel like there's just some under the table handshakes here.
Yeah. Well, and it looks like too they were saying even if the motion passes, like even if this bill passes, they still have to find $10 billion. So, and it's the $10 billion is supposed to be paid out over the next 5 years through 2026.
It also looks like they spent $625,000 trying to get this deal.
Yeah. Yeah, they spent almost $1 billion.
Almost $1 million.
Sorry, almost $1 million.
It's a little bit different.
There's a slight difference.
Just a zero.
Just
a couple zeros.
It's a significant difference though. Listen, I could do a lot with $1 million, but I could do a lot more with $1 billion.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I found that interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, just poor Bezos. I mean, he didn't get what he wanted.
It's just really too bad that Bezos didn't win that contract.
He was probably planning on it though when he built his $500 million yacht.
Oh, true.
He probably needed that. Like
that one was $500 million.
Yeah. He's gonna need to get a loan.
Listen, he should have flipped those numbers. Build a $500,000 yacht and lobby $500 million.
I mean, but like seriously, what kind of yacht can you get for $500,000? Really?
I think a pretty significant yacht.
All right, pull that up. Let's see what kind of yacht you can get.
Let's see. $500,000 yacht.
Yacht is a funny word.
Funny in that it's spelled really dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
man, these yachts are terrible.
Used yachts for sale between $400,000 and $500,000.
These are terrible yachts.
Are they?
Like, what are they?
What's a good yacht?
75, 100 feet. These are terrible.
Look at these. Look, I kind of like this. What does this say? Eagle's Nest.
I want to be caught in that trash.
Look, so you're not gonna spend multiple days out on the water with a 50-person crew serving you exquisite meals. But I mean, as yachts go, I'm impressed.
Yeah. I don't know why yachts are that expensive. Is it them?
By the way, Beth from the live chat is talking to us on this yacht website.
Oh, how's she doing?
Oh, I see you're interested in yachts.
Can we just talk to her for a little bit?
No.
Yes, I am.
I don't want to get.
I have a max price of 500,000.
I have a max price of $3.99.
$7. Okay, this one, I just don't get it. Just look at it.
What am I looking at here?
I don't know.
Hold on.
It was a suggested thing to me, and I just don't know. It's some sort of digital.
Go digital. The Roland AE-05 Aerophone Go digital wind instrument. Graphite.
What does that even mean? What does it mean?
It's a digital wind instrument.
Apparently, you can redo the fingering to like whatever instrument you're comfortable with.
That checks out.
So like if you play trumpet, like then you could do the fingers to, do that. Or if you play saxophone, it's got that too.
It's only $500. We can't afford not to buy this.
I just don't get it. Can you not get a trumpet for 500?
Sure, but like, think about having to have a trumpet and a clarinet and a flute,
so it's a space
oboe,
saver
versus having this one item. That
does it make different noises for each?
Yeah. I mean, it would have to, right?
That's more interesting. I have literally no idea. There's no video.
All right, hold on. It's 11 onboard tones, including 4 sax variations, flute, clarinet, violin. Oh, violin. Plus 50 sounds available through the Aerophone Go Plus app. Headphones let you play anytime without disturbing other people. Well, that doesn't sound fun. Play anywhere with battery operation and onboard speakers. Nice. Yeah, think about like a street musician. That's what this is.
But is this a MIDI player?
I think it's doing a similar thing to a MIDI, yeah.
Is it just supposed to look better visually? Like when you're
I don't think it looks better.
Instead of a keytar, it's this?
Yeah, I was picturing those like the keyboard that has the little hose on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like,
because then what does your breath do?
Well, it goes in and out of your lungs. I'm told. I'm no scientist.
But like when you're breathing through it, does it just like change variation or pitch or something like that? I just don't get it.
So, well, you've never played a wind instrument, so that actually makes sense.
I've never played any instrument.
You've probably hit some drums before.
Yeah, but like playing a trumpet would be totally different than playing a saxophone on how you would blow into it.
Your embouchure is different. That is correct.
Yeah. And so, and what you do with it is different because like trumpet, you're kind of singing, not actually singing, but like you're making a lot of the tone with not just pushing air, right?
No, it's all in your cheeks. It's all tightness here and then breath pressure. It's not. There's no. If you're humming into your trumpet, you're a god, and like you're doing a different kind of music. Yeah, it's all the tone. The tone is all in the embouchure, so it's all. Okay, well, it's how tight you make that. Because it's like whistling. So like with whistling, your low tone is a wide open, and your high tones are pinched. That's very similar to.
It's very light though. It's only like 2 pounds.
And that's true for like all wind instruments, pretty much. Maybe not a didgeridoo, but like traditional wind instruments that I'm familiar with, it's all embouchure. You're changing your air pressure and your tightness of your lip structure. Change tones. Obviously, there's keys, but like if we're talking about like octave changes,
right. Anyway, I
Yeah,
just thought it was weird.
that's fun. That's interesting.
Never seen anything like it.
All right.
I don't know what you do with it, but
Well, I think you blow into it and you push buttons on it and you make sounds.
But okay, so how many people though need to like revolve multiple wind instruments in their live performances?
Um.
Also, this is Bluetooth capable, so it's wireless.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, enough people. Enough people do.
Apparently.
I wonder if this too. I made the joke about street performance, but I do wonder if it's marketed to like indie music makers.
Yeah, I just think Peyton should show up with it to band practice.
Dude, yes, and just be like, "What instrument do you want me to play?"
Yeah, I play them all.
I can play a violin. I can play 4 variations of saxophone.
But I can play a violin with saxophone fingering. Like that's what apparently the benefit of it is. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I would imagine that's the benefit is that you can get an instrument that you don't know how to play by playing it as though it's an instrument you do know how to play.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
All right, I'll get you one for Christmas.
I don't actually know how to play any of the instruments.
Oh, there's other ones. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Should we do our next ad?
Oh, do you want an ad read? I'll do an ad read.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So this episode of Did You See This? Definitely not sponsored by Haribo Golden Bears. Is that how you, Haribo? Haribo? I don't actually know how to pronounce that word. Are you looking for a sugary snack? Check out this 5-pound bag of Haribo Gold Bears for just $14.41. I'm sure you will enjoy them, but you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to these 2 reviews. This is from The Internet Person. 5 out of 5 stars. Weight loss, bears. Reviewed in the United States. Flavor name, Gold Bears, verified purchase. I've had a long battle with constipation due to my extremely poor diet of burgers and pizza. I bought this bag of gummy bears hoping that it would help me lose a little weight. Little did I know I would pee out of my butt. I dropped 260 pounds. Oh, it dropped from 200. I was like 260 pounds. That's too much. I dropped from 260 pounds to 215 pounds in just a few months using these little beauties. I don't have a sense of smell, but the birds flying by the windows would literally fall downward seizing. If you want to turn from morbidly obese to just moderately fat, buy these beauties. They will instantly drop the meal you just ate into a toilet bowl that will turn the kid cleaning the restroom you chose to drop will kill. Wait, what does that say?
It just said turn the kid.
Oh, it just says turn the kid cleaning the restroom you chose to drop your deathly deposit. Oh, at suicidal. Okay. That's a heck of another sentence there. LP says 5 out of 5 stars. Gives you superpowers. Excellent. Superpowers. Yeah, so check out, let me pull up this link. Check out the Haribo Golden Bears. I'm about 260 pounds. Would love to get to 215 pounds. So I may have to give this a go here, Michael.
Some gummy bears?
Are you holding gummy bears right now?
I'm eating some gummy bears.
Nice. Yeah, the Haribo Golden Bears. What is this one? They look delicious, honestly. And who doesn't like to spend as much time as possible, or I mean, as little time as possible?
There's some good question and answers on there. If
on the old toilet.
Look at any of those.
Questions, answers. I have a question. Customers' questions and answers. Have aliens tested the bears, given the warning on the packet about the gastrointestinal consequences of eating a product not of the earth? And the answer is, I assume aliens are smart enough to trust said warning label. As I said, that's only my assumption. Question. Will eating the entire bag in one sitting give you an exorcism? Pay Money Wubby only ate about 40 live on his stream, and within 2 hours, he was having his very own exorcism. That part was not live. If you eat a whole bag, I think you might implode. So there you go. Fantastic product that definitely is not sponsoring us. Like, get Hiroshima out my bumhole? Oh no. Check them out. Weight loss in a bag full of gummy bears. Delicious. All right. I don't know if you saw this, Michael. All right, so there was a kid, an 8-year-old boy, learned to drive on YouTube because he wanted to take his sister and go to McDonald's and get some burgers.
That's really nice of him.
Yeah, this 8-year-old kid learned how to drive from YouTube. An 8-year-old boy in Ohio safely drove his little sister to McDonald's after learning to drive from YouTube. The Ohio's Morning Journal said police received calls from residents about a child driving through town. Staff at the restaurant thought they were victims of a prank when the underage pair stopped at the drive-thru window, the paper added. Boy obeyed all traffic lights and laws, witnesses said. He didn't hit a single thing on the way there. It was unreal. Police officer Jacob Kohler, Village East Palestine.
So here's the thing. Can a police pull you over on suspicion of being too young?
I believe so, yeah.
Why? You don't.
I mean, if
you don't have any proof.
If you're standing in the chair, they might pull you over. The child told police he had learned to drive by watching YouTube videos.
Now you just insulted all the short people.
I know. He drove 1.5 miles, covering 4 intersections, railway tracks, and several turns.
I like this kid.
This kid's awesome. Do you remember the kid, the other kid, like 10 years ago, who destroyed his grandma's Suburban because he just wanted to do he wanted to do hood rat stuff with his friends?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that kid should have watched some more YouTube videos.
He should have watched YouTube. I'm still going to argue that I don't think a police car can pull you over until you break a law, thinking just because. What if it's one of those Benjamin Button people?
Those super common Benjamin Button people. Yeah, we can't offend the Benjamin Button people.
You can't. It's your right to not be impeded upon while going through traveling.
I just was thinking, like, this kid apparently drove better than a lot of drunk people. He made all traffic laws and made it there without hitting anything.
It's the next Lewis Hamilton, all right? That's all I gotta say.
Okay, all right. We need to get this kid behind the wheel of a cart, huh?
Yeah.
Get him out there.
What YouTube is he watching that teaches you how to
I don't know. I didn't know this was a part of YouTube, was driving tutorials.
He was probably just watching, like, F1 video games or something like that.
Yeah, he was watching some SnowRunner gameplay. Yeah. And he was like, I can do that. I definitely have a magical winch attached to this vehicle. Apparently their parents were asleep in the house, and the kids just took the keys and some cash and went to McDonald's.
I mean, what a responsible young man taking his sister.
My thing, I imagine they were...
How old is his sister?
Younger than him.
Right. Did he get her in the car seat and everything?
I don't know. That's a great question. She could be like 6. She could be in like one of those booster seats. Yeah. I mean, he himself should probably be in a booster seat potentially.
Well, it said he was in something.
Yeah, depending on how large he is. But I was trying to figure out how he got to the pedals, or if he just went in idle the whole way. He had to brake.
Well, you have to brake, yeah.
Yeah, you have to brake at some point. So maybe it was a smaller vehicle than I'm picturing, or maybe this kid is just huge for an 8-year-old.
The bottom line is the best. The children got cheeseburgers, chicken nuggets while they waited for their family to pick them up.
Just got to chill out. The cops were just like, I mean, they didn't hurt anybody. We can't let them drive home, but can we get them some burgers and chicken nuggies? You know,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, I found that. Yeah, so There you go. The world is healing. Children are driving themselves to McDonald's.
Yeah, you as a kid, you'll do a lot for chicken nuggets.
Well, and how many times were they like, what if they were like headed home at the end of a long day, right? And they were like, Mom, can we stop at McDonald's? She was like, we have McDonald's at home. And then the kid was like, we definitely don't have McDonald's at home. I just waited for him to go to sleep, watch some YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Learned how to drive.
Yeah, how many, like, was this over months maybe? Like, was he just practicing?
Oh, take out, did he have some, like, test runs that nobody knew about because he just went around the block?
How many times had he got McDonald's?
Dude. Probably not. It seemed like the McDonald's workers were onto it pretty quick. They were like, wait a second.
But see, I let Liam go up and order something, not through the drive-thru. That's probably the difference. But if he would park, maybe he got away with it.
Yeah, if Liam rolled through the drive-thru, I think they're going to ask some questions.
Yeah. I think people ask questions just when Liam's in the car when we go through the drive-thru.
Liam would he would talk about how he built the car in Minecraft and somehow teleported it into the...
Yeah, and it was real.
Yeah. All right, what do you got here, Michael?
All right. So I think the moral of this is I feel like this is unfair to the tortoise. I don't think science gets carte blanche on whatever they want to do, and that's, I think, the moral of the story is.
Okay.
So a single female of an extinct species of tortoise was found.
Okay.
On the Galapagos Islands, right?
Sure, where they belong. It's where all tortoises belong.
Well, that's, it's your opinion.
I think I've been... No, my family went before I was born.
So the last time one of this breed of tortoise was found was 1906.
That's a long time ago.
That's over 100 years ago.
More than a century.
And so they go up to this tortoise who's over 100 years old. I don't know how old it is. It just says over 100 years old. And they start taking
Wait, are we
blood
sure
samples.
Are we sure the tortoise is over 100 years old?
That's what they think it is. Yeah. It was believed to have gone extinct. Oh, it's somewhere in here. The giant tortoise, which is estimated to be more than 100 years old, is currently breeding on the Santa Cruz Island.
Wow.
But anyway, just imagine this. All right, put yourself in the tortoise perspective.
Okay,
you're 100 years old.
I'm an old tortoise.
You're an old tortoise. You have been alone. No human has come and looked at you for 100 years.
Certainly not touched me.
I'll leave that alone.
Untouched by human hands.
And they come up and they stick a needle in you.
That sounds very human of them.
To figure out if you're what they think you are.
Yes. Hey, is that one of those extinct tortoises? I don't know. Yeah. Stab it. Let's find out.
Stab it and let's find out. So then they take this 100-year-old tortoise. At least.
Adorable, by the way. This photo's great.
They take it to an island just for it to make more tortoises.
Well, that's its job.
Is it?
It's a female tortoise.
Did you get an opinion on this?
No, it's a female tortoise, and we know we know females of any species. I
don't know where you're going, Josh.
They're one job.
But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Let me see if I can find it. Back on the island, they found poo from other tortoises of the same kind. So they took it away from its family.
Oh. Wait, it says here... They took back the male specimen to the Academy's herpetology? Is that... I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Herpetology? The herpes department. And it was samples from there that allowed geneticists from Yale University to determine 115 years later that the female found in 2019 is indeed... Oh, the male specimen was taken way back when. I got it. The 2019 female is indeed a Chelonoid fantasticus. Fantasticus is a great kingdom to be part of.
Yeah.
Also known as a Fernandina giant tortoise. Interesting.
So yeah, the scientists have found prints and feces on the island, and they think that to indicate there's more individuals of the species left in the wild. So they took this one and they said, no, you can't make more tortoises with your own people. You got to make them with our people, which aren't full bred. And they just took it out. So imagine you are the tortoise. You have your little family, and you're like pooping and making little things at the beach.
Little poop family.
Yeah, and these guys come up to you, and they're like, "All right, first we think you're this. So here's a needle in your leg. I don't know where they put the needle.
I imagine they have to go like on one of the soft areas.
Yeah, look at the one with the 3 guys in it. The tortoise is scared.
Well, of course
it's not happy.
Yeah.
And then they like, you know what? It is what it is. Where we're gonna take you. And now it's little kids are like, because tortoises have like 500 kids.
Definitely has children.
It's like
it is a female after all.
Yeah,
it has one job.
And so they take its mommy away so it can go make more tortoises. But what are they don't care about these other ones. They're not looking for them. They're not doing anything else.
Well, they don't want to disrupt the ecology.
They did it. They did. That's exactly what they did. So I think we need to tell science, hold the horses. We got to think about this. We're working on freeing Shamu from scientists.
Yeah.
Actually, it's from bad corporations that don't treat it very well, not the scientists. But nonetheless,
most scientists try to keep animals and study them.
Not these ones. Not these ones.
Well, it's in the wild. It's just a different wild than where it was.
But, what is it? Just on a observatory? Is that what that would be?
I think so. Yeah.
It's to an academy.
By the way, they're definitely going back. It says. They're gonna launch another expedition to the island to try to locate the other members.
Yeah. But
maybe
they'll get a choice.
Maybe they'll move all of them to a new island. It's like a witness.
Why would you? They've been happy there,
but they're
living for 100 years on their own with no one getting in the way. And they're like, you know what would be better for you? Where we want to put you.
But listen, it's like witness protection, right? Like if you're
where do they need protection from? They're 100 years old.
Humans.
But then leave them where they weren't found for 100 years.
That sounds like too much work.
They seem to be pretty good at hiding. They lasted for 100 years. I can't go 12 minutes in that game, and they went 100 years of hide and seek.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Well, I agree. I think it is unfair to the tortoise. I think that the tortoise should have been given the opportunity.
Yeah.
Purchase a lifetime membership on Boom Supersonic flights.
Get back and forth
to be able to commute back and forth.
Yep.
Get back to its family as fast as possible.
They've probably been eating gummy bears, and that's why they found feces everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, that would be a way to track them. Set some bait out, some gummy bear bait, and then you'll be able to find them.
But would a tortoise eat a gummy bear? Don't they eat,
Am I a tortoise?
I don't know.
Do I own tortoise?
Right? Do they eat plants too?
I just assume tortoise are herbivores, but maybe they're omnivores.
I mean, the tortoise we had ate fish. It also committed suicide. It had a little rock, and it was not enough water, and it jumped off and broke its little neck, and Brittany was real sad.
Oh my gosh, that sounds absolutely.
We just came in one day, and it was floating upside down.
So, most people seem to think that tortoises are
Interesting.
Simply put, tortoises eat plants. That's from sciencing.com.
The store she got it from gave her a diet, and it was just feed her fish. Actually, she didn't get it.
Was it a turtle or a tortoise?
It's in the water.
Aren't they different?
Yeah, isn't one in the water and one not?
I feel like turtles are water and tortoises land.
You're probably right.
And like for sure, like a snapping turtle must eat like fish and stuff. Yeah. Like there's no reason for a snapping turtle to be able to snap that way without
protect itself.
From what? It has a shell.
Well, yeah, but once it's in the shell, you can still like get inside and rip it apart.
Well, sure, like
Isn't that
things with hands for sure can.
yeah?
All right. Well, good episode, Mike. I think we
I
did
don't
a
know
good
about
job
that.
here.
I don't know about that.
I think we
It
did a
was
good
fun.
job. Well, that was Did you see this episode 1? Thank you, Michael, for hanging out. Thank you for not sponsoring us, Mr. Thrifty, Haribo Golden Bears, and thank you, viewers, for your eyes.